sports.
Okay, so today's supposed to be the day. Before we really get into the meat and potatoes of this sportscast, today's the day where the Lakers are supposed to introduce their new head coach. And what's interesting here leading up to it is we found out over the weekend that the Lakers will not hire a new president to replace Magic Johnson. They're just going to do away with the team president. And the general manager, Rob Pelinka, who used to be the agent for Kobe Bryant, is going to be making the calls, I guess. He'll be calling the shots and reporting directly to the owner, Jeannie Buss. So, I don't know. I guess it's a good thing. I don't know.
Now, did the Lakers decide who was going to be the head coach between Vogel and Kidd? I think that's something they have to decide.
Here's a rumor I heard on the way in, that they're only bringing in Jason Kidd because he's very tight with the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, really?
And they're like, well, maybe they're bringing him on so he can recruit Giannis to L.A., but he's not even a free agent for a couple more years.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Early game. Got to get in there early.
I guess, man.
Maybe they want to match up the executive with the coach or something. Maybe they want to match up, or like you said, they want to do away with the position.
Maybe.
Addition by subtraction.
Yeah.
Right? We know about that in radio.
Sometimes there's too many chefs in the kitchen, right?
Yeah,
sometimes it's okay.
So Pelinka, the guy who kept the GPA up at the Fab Five.
That's right. He was.
He
was
the white guy.
I love you, Patrick. He was part of that Fab Five team. People don't remember Rob Pelinka.
C-Web, you dunk on everyone. I'll go back and get the rebound for you.
The old 3-point specialist.
Right,
Yeah, Rob Pelinka off the bench.
Right.
He actually played. He was pretty good. He was pretty good.
He was a good player.
All right, we got to get to the NBA playoffs, a little baseball too. It's all brought to you by Matheson Gas. They are the gas professionals. You guys know the drill. If you need gas, you go to Matheson Gas. They got 3 locations across the Inland Empire: Fontana, Riverside, and deep in the kook of Rancho Cucamonga. They've got all your gas. They've got welding supplies, and once it gets hot, which I'm now at this point, I'm kind of thinking maybe it never will, but I'm sure I'm sure at some point. They have your cooling supplies as well. You can visit them online, MathesonGas.com. If you need gas, go to Matheson Gas. So today's the big day for the Lakers. Hopefully they'll make the announcement. We can talk about it more later this week. But to the NBA playoffs, Golden State, even without Kevin Durant, making it look easy against the Blazers, up 3-zip in the finals.
They have
Western
extra
Conference.
motivation, I think, with him being all distraction and a drama. He's a great player, but you can tell that Draymond's like, the team thing is back together. Like, let's remember, we won some championships before Kinky.
Yeah, like, they look just as good. And, yeah, they were good without Kevin Durant. Remember when he went to the Warriors? We thought, man, how could... They're already the best team on the planet. Why are they getting Kevin Durant?
40, we know the younger brother. How wise is Seth Curry to say they're tougher to guard without Kevin Durant?
Right, exactly. Trying to throw that out there, make him, seem a little overly confident.
I think the younger brother's very wise.
Now it looks like, they're up 3-0. They're pretty much all but going to make it into the finals.
Yeah.
Do you think the finals, do they get any kind of competition at all, or do you think they just run away with this thing?
I kind of do. I kind of think Milwaukee is a tough matchup because again, remember we were talking about who's on the Bucks. I had to actually dig through the box score and their roster and be like, yeah, they've got a good team around Giannis,
They do.
Yeah, they do.
the Greek freak.
And
So
that's, if you go back to the Warriors pre-Kevin Durant, they struggled with a team like, Miami or Cleveland that had the big superstar like LeBron.
Yes.
I think Giannis could kind of take over for that this year.
I will say this. I think the Toronto Raptors and the Milwaukee Bucks are both better than Portland. For whatever it's worth.
Well, I'll tell you one reason why is Damian Lillard. It just came out that he has a bunch of fractured ribs and stuff. That's all he's done. Nobody really knew that. Ever since he hit that huge shot, he's basically been non-existent. And game 2, he broke like 3 ribs.
Ooh.
And I think it's kind of cool when they don't mention it.
Yeah.
Because I like that people are just going to say it's an excuse.
And he hadn't brought it up. You're right. He hadn't brought it up. I think somehow it leaked out, and the report.
His ribs.
Yeah, the reporters went after him, and they got it out of him. But they need Dame Lillard to even have a chance. They need him at 100%, having his best games ever, and that's not going to happen now.
No, but the Warriors are in, and who knows who it'll be with Toronto kind of battling back with Kawhi, baby.
That's the thing, man. The Raptors fought back a big one last night.
Yeah, double overtime. Kawhi was the man. Had several huge. Yeah, in overtime when it matters the most, Kawhi was the best player on the floor.
Big 3 with like a minute and a half to go. Then the huge steal.
The dunk.
Almost jumped from the free throw line and just hit it with the left, dude. He took over.
So we're looking at, if Toronto happens to get into the finals, do you think Kawhi is in that finals MVP talk? even if they lose, has he had that good of a
Well,
playoffs?
you know what? Okay, so I'm glad you brought that up, 40, because the NBA actually announced there are 3 finalists for the MVP. So they actually have their finalists. Before the season is completely over, they already throw out, here's our 3 finalists.
Okay.
Kawhi's not on the list.
Really?
It's James Harden, who was the MVP from last year.
Right. Had a good
Giannis,
season.
the Greek
Right.
Freak, and Paul George.
Really?
I
So-
like Giannis out of those.
I do too, but I'm like, I'm
That's
kind
a bad
of.
list.
Paul George over Kawhi, huh?
That's the thing. Like, maybe I'm playing favorites because Kawhi went to Riverside King High School.
Well, yes.
Kawhi's got to be in the top 3.
Right.
He has to be.
This is the series of the championships, though. I mean, Milwaukee and Toronto. It was physical, dude. They had like 4 foul outs, dude.
Is
Yeah.
Paul George even the best player on his team?
No.
I know that's a
Right?
good question too.
Nope.
Vote for Kawhi. Write-in vote. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if
write
that's
in
even
Kawhi.
possible.
Let's write it in.
I don't
Come
know if that's
on.
possible.
Yeah.
To baseball, Dodgers 8-3 at the Reds yesterday, but more importantly, Hyunjin Ryu, 31 scoreless innings. That's 31 straight innings of shutout baseball.
Blanked him.
Orel Hershiser has the record. He has 59, so he still has a long ways to go to catch Hershiser, but
Hold
31, you know what I mean? You start
not-
thinking about it.
Hey, nowadays that's some good stuff.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
that's really good. And then 40, you went to the Angels game. You saw Trout and Shohei go deep.
Yeah, dude. Trout and Shohei both
Was that
went
Saturday?
deep on Saturday against the Royals. They had like a whole country western theme all night long. So up on the scoreboard, it was like every player had like a bandana or a mustache or
course.
something added on. So they had fireworks and a concert afterwards. But yeah, it was a good time, man. And Trout killed the ball.
Yeah.
I think it's still up in the air. I don't know if it's landed
It
yet.
hasn't landed. Anything that goes that far should have a flight attendant.
That's right. That's
And
right.
One thing I want to ask you about seeing Ohtani in real life is, doesn't he look like a big dude?
He's big.
He looks huge.
I mean, I'm not a baseball guy. I've always heard you guys talk about him. In my
Tall.
mind, I always just envisioned a smaller dude.
Yeah.
He's a big guy.
yeah, man.
Mike Trout looks like a linebacker.
Yes.
Shohei Ohtani looks more like a defensive end, maybe.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
just a tall, kind of thick guy. Yeah.
They do. It's like Bo Jackson and Justin Tuck or something.
Yeah,
I don't know
exactly.
what's going
There you go.
on. Fab, tell 'em how to get your stuff.
Inland Sports, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, the YouTube channel as well. Congrats to CBU Baseball, your WAC regular season champions.
Thanks, Pat.
Inland Sports.